What up, guys? Wanted to jump on the low snap here and actually talk about the Buccaneers, a 2-0 team that literally came out of nowhere. I was not expecting them to do much of anything. They played very well against two of the preseason contenders for the Super Bowl. I wasn't as high on the Saints. I saw the defense taking a step back, so I wasn't really high on the Saints, but still having the Buccaneers beat them is a shock. So that's something. But just focusing on the whole Jameis Winston, Ryan Fitzpatrick thing for this segment, I really think it's Fitzpatrick's team, and everyone wants to say, well, when is he going to have that game that brings him back to earth that he always has? I mean, he had a few good seasons in Buffalo, but he had a few bad games that ended that tenure. And then with the Jets, he had a good first season. That second season, he sat out a lot of the offseason wanting more money. Didn't get it. And, eventually they came to a compromise, and he played, and he did not play well. Here in Tampa, you have him playing the first two games. I think he has something crazy like 9 touchdowns or 8 touchdowns and an interception. That's absolutely insane. Having Deshaun Jackson come out and say, we want to ride with Fitzpatrick, he has the hot hand, you don't bench him, because after week 3, Jameis Winston can come back, can come off a suspension, and play for the team if the coaches decide that's what's right. But I don't think the coaches will do that. Mainly for one, Fitzpatrick has been playing out of his mind, and Jameis Winston hasn't done anything close to this. So, you ride with Fitzpatrick. Another big part of this segment, that was just a touch. Really, the meat of this segment is what constitutes a bad game for Ryan Fitzpatrick. And I would have to say, based on how he's been playing, he deserves a little bit longer of a leash than what most people are saying, like one bad game. It would have to be multiple, like 3 interception, 1 touchdown losses for him to have back-to-back games like that to, I think, for them to, start thinking about putting Jameis Winston in. And even at that point, I would give him the 2 bad back-to-back games, and then if he starts off bad in the 3rd game, then you put Jameis in. You've seen a whole new Buccaneers offense. I know part of that could be Dirk Cutter finally, settling into being a head coach, getting his feet under him. Could be the new offensive coordinator they brought in, calling some plays. But I haven't seen this from the Buccaneers offense. It's absolutely astonishing. They're finally getting full potential out of Mike Evans. O.J. Howard looks like a stud. Cameron Brate looks good as well. This is a great team offensively, and defensively they're no slouch either. I know they gave up a lot of points in both games, but they've done enough to keep the lead and keep the wins going, so that's huge. I never liked Jameis Winston from the start. I thought he was a PR nightmare with the rape allegations and the shoplifting allegations. Well, rape allegation, shoplifting conviction at Florida State, and then you have this pop-up with the Uber driver, and honestly, with just how the team has been performing the past few years, it gives reason to think that Tampa Bay would be looking to move on. And for those of you saying, well, we don't want to give Ryan Fitzpatrick a big money deal because he'll just do what he did with the Jets and Bills and just lay an egg. Well, that's why you give him, I would say, 13-14 million guaranteed, and then you put a incentive to it. You give him kind of a small guaranteed throughout the year, and then you make it incentive based. If he hits 25 touchdowns, give him a bonus. If he hits 30 touchdowns, give him a bonus. If he hits 35 touchdowns, give him a bonus. If he hits 4,000 yards, give him a bonus. Stuff like that. And for those of you saying $12 million is a lot for Ryan Fitzpatrick, look at what starting quarterbacks are going for. look at it. It's astronomical. You're paying Derek Carr $25 million. You're paying Aaron Rodgers $30 million. Kirk Cousins $27 million. If you can get a starting caliber quarterback who he's obviously showing when he's on, he's one of the best. So there's that. And it's also just kind of keeping other players around him. They don't have really a lot of free agents that you would need to keep other than Fitzpatrick. Maybe like 7 guys, let the rest walk and get them in drafts. They have a decent amount of cap space. This could be a formidable team that even I didn't see coming. That's huge. But Ryan Fitzpatrick on like a 3-year deal, I'd say $33 million guaranteed, and have incentives to go up to 60. So he's getting top quarterback money, but I mean, make him attainable. 30 touchdowns, 4,000 yards, like that's good money, and with this offense, it's certainly attainable. Ryan Fitzpatrick, though, it's his team now. He pulled out with Deshaun Jackson's close. He looked Jameis in the eye. Might as well have just said, I am the captain now. But hey, I'm all for it. FitzMagic, lighten up the NFL. I love it, can't get enough of it. Thanks for watching, guys.